Is the prosecution ready? What about you, defense? Welcome, everybody, to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Who's ready for a new chapter and a new case? What's up, everyone? How's it been? Hey, Yesh. How's it going? How's it going? Ready? Ready to go? My PC is a little bit sluggish today for some reason, so, do let me know if everything, looks and sounds fine, and if everything will continue to look and sound fine, cause my god. Feels like there's a incredible delay. Hopefully, we won't need a restart or anything. But yeah, we finished a big one last time. We had to say some goodbyes. I hope Maya is doing okay wherever she went, and I hope her training is alright, and I hope she's not going to suffer cold every week due to sitting under a waterfall meditating. But yes, next one, Rise from the Ashes, episode 5. Everybody ready and good to go? Ready? Good. So, without further ado, let us begin, because once again, who knows how long this is actually going to take us. I can only assume that it's gonna be another lengthy one, so let's hop right in. We know that it starts with the murder, once again, so let's see. Once again, the unassuming police mascot. Whatever could that mean? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Write and call law offices. Can't wait to look out the window and check on the plant. Hope Phoenix is keeping up with the watering. And not over or under watering, as a matter of fact. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Whoever that is. There you are, finally! Oh, hello. What voice do I give you? Whoever you are. Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? Good question. It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Uh-oh. You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. That's another way to put it. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you're Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Oh no. Deja vu. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much! My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Okay, I'ma let you finish, but can you please move out of the way? I need to examine the sky. Looks like it's cleaning day. The hotel across the way. Nothing has changed, it seems like. I hear you're planning a second... Still planning, huh? Okay. Ye gods, the bellboy was staring right at me. He knows. Mia's planned Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Okay, do you want to elaborate? Give a bit more details. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up there on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. Are you a fellow fan too? I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients though. Wow, what's the problem? Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand and my foot hurt too. Does it happen every time you pick up a book from here, Phoenix? Sure sounds like it. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off once in a while. That you probably should. Unless you want only the dust bunnies to be your only clients. It's time. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe it me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it. Scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'll give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Come on, Phoenix. What would Steel Samurai do? Nice compliments, coffee boy. Better than no one. Yep. Better than no one. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set up to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known at my age. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job. At my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. How long before she needs to be stuck under a waterfall? So, what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Faye, but... That's interesting. How would she know? How would she know, Mia? Scientific investigator? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it is good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe in that investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigations. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. No, I want to ask you about relation to Mia. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Faye person was a few years below her in high school. Great. Poor classmate. Drama, isn't it? So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess we can go. That being said, everyone ready to smile for the camera? February 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. EX surrender? Boy, do I wish. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Why did you not want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Oh no. The cape. Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Another one. Two sisters. One a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana... I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Well, that depends on what reaction she'll give to this. Your badge looks new. I polish it daily. In a few years, the gold plating will flake off. Then, we'll see the real you. Whatever happened to innocent small talk? Give it 3 years, then we'll see what you have become. Okay. No, wait, examine. Yep, nothing changed here. This guy is probably terrified. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Yep, hold it. Okay, the case? There is something you should know from the start. Which is... the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Oh, wait! The suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? Your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions just yet, but my first assumption is she covering for someone else? This guy is just painted there. Edgeworth did too. That's not an excuse. Yes, but Edgeworth was a baby. And it was an accident. This one wasn't. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Please tell me Gumshoe is okay. A detective? Death was due to loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. How are you holding up? Good to see you. What's up? What's up? Hope you're well, mate. We'll be on a little lurk. No worries. Enjoy the lurk. I mean, the first case was about the second shooting on the boat that supposedly was him. Yeah, but I guess if we're going for a stretch of somebody covering for someone, it would be Edgeworth's dad's ghost covering for his son. Yeah. There's that. Lana? So you're chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in the district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this. I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? Relation to Mia? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from the office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attractive. Anna was on top of her class in school. I mean, I don't see why she wouldn't be attracted any other way. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I need you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. Is that look in Emma's eyes? There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out that. What? All of it. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? But what? My sister, She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Anything else to talk about? No? Okie dokie then, nothing else to present. To the parking lot! And now I wonder if Gumshoe is involved here. Well, chances are... yes. As always. At this point, Gumshoe is probably paying the police to be allowed to work on all the pay cuts. Also a possibility. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it happened. Where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, you see? Hey there! You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Oh shit. What do we have here? Looks like Bambina got lost from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Well, yeehaw to you too. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike. See? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a moderate load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream. You want to? What is this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. What was that, hombre, a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems? Wow, that just happened. Examine. Ladder? Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. Yeah, gotta correct them. Always gotta correct them. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please? Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. No clues here. Are you sure? This looks kinda cluey to me. And a wallet? What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is this scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Seems like she and Maya might have a lot in common. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. Can we look? I'm called to duty. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examine evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. Okay. This is new. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Okay, that's an interesting collection of keys I gotta press to rotate. Can't I just use WHD? AD? H? N? B? M? Or I can just use the mouse, actually. Figures. Zoom, enhance. Great. Can I move the magnifying glass? I wish to. Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with the press of enter. Okay. Wow, all of that just to open the wallet. This is an ID card. A very blurry one too. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID 5842189. Do I need to write this down? Because I feel like I need to. Hold up. Definitely not investigator is at work here. Hold up. Numbers are important. I feel like we might need it, like we did with the save. Number 5842189. Looks like right-handed WSAD a bit. No, not really. See? Well, it's isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. We have scientifically acquired Goodman's ID, an investigator's ID card found at prosecutor's office crime scene. ID? Well, they wrote it down for us, but, you know, just in case they'll ask us in the court all of a sudden, so we don't have to go dig up the evidence. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Can I examine my badge in the same fashion? I wonder. I can't currently. Currently, I can't. We can also slide, apparently. Okay, here we go. Check. We gotta. You know we gotta. Huh? Enter. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it was a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Anybody wants to write down our number just in case too? 26381. I know I will. 26381. I bet it's gonna come up at some point. Our badge. Anything else? No? Okay, back we go. Anything else actually we can look at this with? The name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce. I wonder why they only use numbers for ID. What else would they use? Letters, silly! They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID yabba dabba dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. It doesn't take much to amuse her. What about the back? Very pixelated. To the point where we can't even examine it. Police department is all I can read. Okay, back. Georgia's having ads. Okay, everybody, hydration check, posture check, food check, mess check, all that stuff. If you don't have ads, and if you can hear me, heed my command. I'm going to hydrate as well. Looking forward to finding more step ladders and schooling others on them. And proper definitions. Okay, here's the car. The crime car, one would assume. And that's all we can go to. So everyone, what have you been up to? How's the week been? Sorry about the rain check yesterday. It was a bit finicky. So I decided I'd rather we wait till it's less finicky so we can do tonight. And yes, a weekend's coming up. Everyone ready for more Uncharted? Potentially? I definitely hope we can do it this time. Are the ads done? Please notify me if they are, so we can continue on. Investigating this scene. Let's look at this. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? We're gonna get along just fine. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? What's the mystery, though? Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See? You can hear just fine. The phone's broken. A little bit suspicious, if you ask me. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Yeah, but what if I press Q? It's not in our way anymore. Haha. Take that, science. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Hello again. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moving along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ugh, scary. Would you just tell us one thing? Who owns this car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please! No problem, partner. No time for vittles, anyway. Whatever that means. Get yourselves to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a cerveza, you like. Cerveza? I don't really know. prosecutor's office. Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter?
Note to self, look up Vittles, Saloon, that thing.
Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. You're still here, huh? In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around where you can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Or what? About to press Q.
Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out.
And who you might be? Excuse me, where are you two all set?
Us?
Oh, hello. What's this? She couldn't be...
You're selling lunches? Here, this is a crime scene.
Looks good. How do we voice you?
Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks.
And you, sir? Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days of as the cough-up queen are over.
Cough-up? Huh?
You know, I'm feeling kinda full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch.
I'm quite connected to this case, you see.
The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets?
Dear me, you're a slow one, aren't you?
I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective.
What?
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, cough up, Queen. Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened.
The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it.
Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. Oh boy. Here, ma'am.
A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about taking Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy.
A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. Hey, don't knock it. This? About this card.
Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Can I please have another lunchbox? Here's my submission.
How about you? Do you think you can win?
Yep.
Wow, it's really crunchy.
More pickles. Why is it not in my inventory? Also, I may or may not have want to have a quick peek at the achievements to see if we missed anything earlier or not for this game. And I might have a little bit spoiled it for myself. Well, not really, but it's related to her, apparently, that there is an achievement to get all the possible lunchboxes. And I want to do it, but I'm not entirely sure how to just yet. Well, we got the pickles, at the very least. And the other thing, whatever it was, she got half and half. Emma.
Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon.
Friday, you say? Does she know what day it is here, right now? Are we fourth wall breaking? Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason?
You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday, they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for a king of prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors' convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the ones they awarded yesterday, it was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really?
Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. You see. So, what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star?
It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Sky wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Sky's knife.
Wait a second, you know Lana Sky?
Of course, it's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor.
Yes, give me more!
How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder?
Gimme!
She always travels light.
Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Angel?
Could we ask you a bit, could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind, you win!
I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor.
Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there?
The glass-walled booth?
I sell my lunches and, since I'm here anyway, I dropped in to see him.
Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here.
Useful analysis. Not! Damn, Phoenix. Control yourself. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility.
Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell.
Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the shower. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past.
That would be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not sure. So, can I have your whole inventory? I need it. For reasons. Examine? Are we trying to push our line? No! They actually took the queue away from us. We can't slide to the right anymore. Well, shit. Okay then. We talked about everything. We presented everything. I guess we mosey on. To see our pardoner upstairs. Can I keep talking to her and keep getting lunches? I have no idea. I'll just click through all of this one more time to see if anything happens. Evil ones. Give me all your lunch boxes. I want them. Nope, nothing for this. Let's try. Okay, let's try. Trying. Have you guys been playing anything yourselves? Lunchboxes of sin? Give me them! Damn you! I once again, after my last kinda not finished attempt, installed Shenmue 3 to play through myself. So hopefully I'll be getting to do that soonish. And there's supposed to be a new update coming up soon, if it hasn't already, which is gonna make some quality of life improvements, which I am kind of looking forward to, because some of the stuff I was not very comfortable with. So hopefully it's gonna make my, and by extension our, lives easier whenever we get to play it on stream. Eventually. Okay, let's move, I guess. Let's go touch ground at the, our offices. Run. Here, see this?
Ah, I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things.
What is this? A behavioral study of lawyers? Sure seems like it. Talk. Nothing to talk about. Move. Detention center, anything new? She's gone. Nothing to discuss either. To go like, oh, she's out for questioning or whatever. Nothing. Hi, prosecutor's office, excuse me. Let's go there. Played Phoenix Point again, and I felt a few years younger and a bit nostalgic. Whose office might it be? That is also apparently a fan of Steel Samurai. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really.
Hey, thanks.
Look, there's a trophy or something here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
It takes a real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
You might want to keep it down.
Phoenix Wright.
You never tire of prying into other people's business, don't you? That voice! Oops. A long time no see, Edgeworth. A whole 2 months.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth?
You know him from somewhere?
Of course. I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and...
Right. Yeah, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here. He...
Hey, don't blame me.
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder.
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
Let me guess. That would be my car. Yep. What of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing. She certainly can scream. Sorry, Edgeworth. Move over for a sec. I gotta look at your shit.
Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket. Right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why is it in the frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this. Steel Samurai. Next. Go.
My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. I was looking at something next to it. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And besides it, a giant steel samurai! Wow, I want one!
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
Uh-huh. I don't think so. Oof. Well, I'm glad they, they've separated on the right foot or something. I don't know. Edgeworth, look at my lawyer's badge. Remember when we bailed your ass? Do you? Well, I guess we'll have to ask.
Whoa! What a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
That's handy to know. Should I be taking notes myself?
Oh, cute! What a pretty tea set!
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend! What an exquisitely splendid concoction!
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Hey, you shut up, Phoenix. Oh, there's another ladder that we must investigate.
Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Yep, that's probably him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool!
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. I can't look at the ladder separately. Sorry, guys.
Hey, a chessboard!
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knight have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh? Is that foreshadowing?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you.
Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Keep snooping. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
I can tell that much. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? That's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
The King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year.
What? So?
So that K, that's...
K stands for King.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better.
Okay, add that to our thing. Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors, at the PD on the day of the murder. You can look some more at it, apparently.
So, that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh?
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors.
Congratulations, King of Prosecutors!
Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off?
Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheeks from the seams. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool? I mean, sleeping on the sofa, who on earth would do that? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
There he goes again. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
Maybe I'll take that nameplate as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll see you. And he probably will. Looks like that might be all. Right? Present. Hey, Edgeworth. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to become a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Okay, what can this ID then? Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright!
Huh? What?
Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Hey! But then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Okay, let's talk about this then. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why is that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works?
Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
Why does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, but for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
Maybe we should. Maybe we should just talk more in general. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. This smirk, I can't.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then?
Yes, sir. I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
No, that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can't understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. Well, that's good to know.
You, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yep.
To be honest,
it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean?
Rumors.
You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But
some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. And I want to hear it! Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes, we first worked together on the case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Oh shit, Edgeworth has a knife.
Oh, what? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Well, we have that now. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood. No prints. Edgeworth. What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort of file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There is an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. And the murder was at 5:15, she said? That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Parking stub. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered a lot at 5:12 p.m. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, right? I'd appreciate if you'd direct the suspicious glare elsewhere. Okay.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, didn't I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Mickens, sir. Officer Mickens.
Right, Officer Mickens, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Oof.
But, sir, I didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Oof. Savage. Mr. Wright? Right. Yes, sir? Caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. I guess we spoke about everything you could. Hold up. Nope, nothing to cue to, but I want to talk about these things though a little bit still. Would you mind? Would you mind if we did? Present? Did we talk about this? I forget. We can check. You can zoom in and enhance. What's this?
Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here!
It looks like the names of all previous recipients are engraved on it. So they're just passing this thing around every year.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor.
See, I can't even make these words come out of my mouth.
I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
Once she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. I wanna read the plaque, but it's a bit finicky to rotate. I don't think we can though. That might be it. Back. Examine the knife. The knife in it. I wish I could move the thingy itself, not just the object. But I guess that's how it works.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it out in the wild.
Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought. Anything else? No? Okay. The ticket? Examine. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
Perhaps...
It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
Facts. Okay, guess that's it. And now we present! I'm busy preparing for tomorrow, and I'm not in the mood for idle banter. Especially not with you.
Let's go, Mr. Wright.
Fine, I'll just have to talk to him when he perks up. No! I'm not done here! God damn it. I don't remember, we showed this to him or not? No? Whatever. Grumpy pants. Let's move. Back to the lot? Oh, hello. Can I have another lunchbox though, please? Oh. Okay. I'm gonna show you stuff, is that cool? Could you take a look at this?
You?
Yes?
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this.
We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing.
I knew it. So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite.
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Oh yeah? Well, look at this knife then. Could you take a look at this? Yep, she's just... Well, that's gonna be an excuse to use the prosecutor's office's bathroom, I guess. Could you take a look at this? No? No. Well, worth a try. Okay, fine. Fine. Move to offices? Talk about anything else? No? Okay. Present the new stuff. Here, see this?
Ah, I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency...
Hey! Okay, we've looked at this. Look at the knife. Yep. Can't click through this quickly anymore. Because then I start going into examine mode. Just like this. Yep. Leave. Okay, where else can we move? Once again, a very long investigation we're having here. No one here. Move. Back to the offices. Move. There we go. Police department entrance. Hope Gumshoe is in. February 22nd. Police department entrance. What happened to that guy?
Oh, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, taking notes, taking mental notes. And traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that?
Disturbing. Why does it undulate like this?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Well, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's up next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Does seem like it. Okay, move over for a sec. Mr. Busy Man, pal.
I was wondering about that.
What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. Oh, good job, Detective. You made this, Detective Gumshoe. The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops.
A work of art?
Why in quotation marks, excuse me? This is a literal work of art.
Phoenix. You gotta learn to appreciate art some more. Designed by Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. Looks a bit scuffed. Wanna share the story behind that? The usual wanted posters are hanging up the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Well, yeah, police sketches do have that tendency.
I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why's that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals?
Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
It sure is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Well, why don't we listen in? Anything else?
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. But what if they can't?
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
Genius deduction. Panda?
Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a high school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
Makes sense. What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Well, it's not striped, you see, pal. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will be cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair. How about a comedy duo? Talk? Nope, wait, something important just came up. Damn it, it's not. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. That I do. Good eye. The real man showed their police badge. Enough said.
I wish we had a badge. I wish
had a badge? I wish I had a badge, I guess.
Even an ID card would be nice.
Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found a detective's card, didn't I? I sure did, but I'm not going to show it first. Can I? I can't rotate. No. Good, he acknowledged it. Yes. Finally. I found on Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than that to go babbling about things I don't know about. You don't know about the thing you made yourself? Get a clue, detective. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Good talk. Uh-huh. I guess that covers both things. Okay.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, what about this? Doesn't seem so poor now, huh? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself! Ooh, good for you. Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. How about we talk first? I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days. I do wonder why.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. No! Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. I've never had a chief prosecutor's murder. I've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest-ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest-ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank-and-file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Suspicious. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal! Edgeworth's troubles. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, Phoenix, use your brain. Please, for once. Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forged evidence, making deals with witnesses. I mean, it's not rumors, it's just facts. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Or am I confusing those two with Mr. Von Karma? Like tutor, like student. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say that only a reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal! Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Okay, now about this. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him at the criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Please? Talk? Bruce Goodman. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. Juan is confessing as much. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jack Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe always allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Okay. Wanna talk about this some more? As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I don't want to do either. Good. Okay, I guess we're moving back to the investigation spot, place. The parking lot, that is. Can I have some more bentos, please, though? Oh, you're just having a nap. Okay. Guys, hydrate. Guys, do a stretch. Have a snack, if you prefer. I'm going to chug some tea. Please and thank you. Seems like today's investigation is going even longer than usual. I'm not sure if we are going to get to the actual hearing today or not, depending on how much longer this is going to go. Because here we are, once again, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have no idea who is talking. Have to get back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. I guess this is the boyfriend, huh? Or maybe her. Who knows? Either one.
Oh, still here. Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too.
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Well, partner, look at this shit. Officer Marshall, could you take a look at this? Whoa, partner. If you're fixing to draw on me, you best be ready for a shootout. You ready to become food for the vultures, compadre?
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Somehow I don't think he's going to help us. What do you think about the work of art? Alright, compadre, count of 3. Huh? You gotta do that. You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Is that gonna be a reaction to everything? Everywhere? All at once? Okay, let's talk, then we'll show him the thing.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Marshall, wake up!
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold graveyard, blah blah blah. He sleep. Okay, fine. Here's this. Can we look at it some? Actually? Can't read it or anything? No? Okay. $20? Some rather than other?
Hey, look here! It looks like something's been crossed out.
Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe?
Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple of zeros are missing.
No, that sounds about right. At least in the detective's case.
Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
How did he afford to, for us to have that victory dinner last time? I wonder. This. I present it to you, partner. Would you mind reading this for me? Oh, what's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate. Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Yes, I'd be letting you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
That's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't the crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Are you sure? Do you want to talk? Or what? Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Oh, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed there at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here the autopsy report, finally! I thought I'll never see it in my inventory. Death due loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Did somebody forget to update their autopsy report or something? Didn't Edgeworth arrive at 5:13 or some shit?
Was my sister involved with this victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on the case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot.
So it seems, I like calling out an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. Are you calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. No, really. Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So, why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out on the... Eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with the Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Do we dare show him anything? Well, first and foremost, this of course. Alright, compadre, count to 3. He really takes offense to this, doesn't he? More about this? You are impossible to talk to, are you? For what reason, I wonder? 5:12 p.m. The prosecutor's bright red steed came in at a trot. Really slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems that Chief Prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is... the killer intended to use Edward's car all along. Annoying. Ah, toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Oh, really? Let's check the bottom of the plaque. Of the thing, whatever.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Yeah, they can't afford to pay Mr. Gumshoe his salary, it seems like. What's that? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. A good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with my tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self. If you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
Did he react to this or not? I don't remember. See your badge, pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of the night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Okay, that's a sheriff's badge. Examine, please. Well, we haven't examined this yet.
Look, a stylish glass wall room. Very nice.
You could see the whole parking lot from in there. Can we go investigate up there too, please?
It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe?
Of course it is, genius. Huh?
Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later.
I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office.
You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day.
Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Oof. Or should I say, damn? Okay, can we finally snoop here?
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to Block E.
I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to Block B to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. What about a lunchbox? Can we have one? This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Duh! Right, let's check it out. The game is going to automatically really slowly scroll to it. And then we check it out. Very carefully, like.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about that.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's check this phone out. Or just call the boomer. You gotta get it in a very specific position, don't you? Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button.
You shut up. Oh, hell yeah. Wanna set this as my new ringtone?
Hey, that song! I know that!
Hey, what's going on over here? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is it anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's.
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner! Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. So 3 minutes past the so-called murder. Can we look at it some more? Can we call ourselves again to confuse our partner? What's this?
Meh, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know.
Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Good. So, we're not going to take a look at it? In person? Lame. Uh-huh. Anything else? God, I wish I could move the cursor itself. Lame. Oh, back to investigating then. Examine. It's outlined.
This rope, is it?
Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. I mean, he's kind of hanging out. Suspiciously so. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found at the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Once again, thinking back to our poor broke pal. In comparison, B block is through here. That's where visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Cannibalism!
Doesn't that strike you a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Too late. I already did. That's it? That seems to be it. Okay. Look at the thing. Can we go anywhere else? Can we talk about anything else? Lana Sky.
So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there is a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edward himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall!
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? The atmosphere? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edward to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Romina, Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. Not you, what? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there are bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Are you going to draw again?
My sister's cell phone.
Last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. When did Lana make that call? Well, I guess we are done talking, huh? And we are going to move. Back to the office. Again, this is taking quite a while this time, isn't it? Wanna talk, this? Now you're just gonna break out your damn notebook again. Okay, fine. That's fine. Everything is fine. Detention center. Still nothing. Back to the offices. Then to the department entrance. Yes. Hello. Would you like to talk about this? Nope. Okay. Well, what else could we possibly do at this point? I'm pretty sure we've investigated everything there. Is there anywhere else we can go from here? Back to Edgeworth? You think he's going to find some time for us this time? Around? No, he's gone. Where to, I wonder? Really nothing new. Oh! Work desk, quite tidy. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. Why did they take off all the check marks again? Why? I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. Sorry, that was her. $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about... That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised. Thank you very much. Wanna appraise the rest of his possessions? Amazing bouquet. No kidding. There's a card in it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Steel Samurai. Wendy. Oh, yep. Oops. Sorry. Misclick. Went a bit over there, overboard with clicking. What's this? It looks like a shield of some kind. It's broken. Maybe it's made out of chocolate, and its owner took a bite out of it.
It appears to be made of bronze with gold plating. It's not worth much. $70 tops.
This girl has a thing about pricing everything, doesn't she?
I wonder what that big K means. Mysterious.
Didn't we already figure it out? Okay, how much for the sofa?
Miss, you want to say sofa? So far?
Yeah, I got it. I'm glad she's not an aspiring comedian. Yep. Nothing new to say about the tea set, I'm afraid.
Whoa, these are all the case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Yep. What's our prosecutors gonna do when they get new files?
Splendid, Mr. Wright. What an unusual observation.
I think that was a compliment. Chess.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blues is a bit in a tough spot. Surrounded the blue pawn. These horses are mounted 9, edges. Spiky. Yeah, no, but isn't the point to surround the king? Why are they ganging up on that little precious little pawn? With spiky hair. Damn bullies. Hold up. Can't queue around here? No, can't queue around here. Am I missing something in the lot? Pretty sure we examined everything. Right? I was kind of hoping we could move there, at the very least. Barrels? An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water.
It's heavy. I can't even budge it.
The drum over there is on its side.
Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout.
I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested.
What? I'm not suspicious.
Nope. Not one bit. Inside the truck? Oh, there we go. Must have missed it. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. 675-12-2.
Look, something's written on it.
Yes, I just read it out. Pay attention. Good. You're right. Let's see. 6, 7, S. 12, 2. That's an S, apparently. Do I need to make a note of it, or...?
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
Deductive, rather. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Victim's memo, found in the car trunk.
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma?
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's the Steel Samurai theme! It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show. For kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. Property of Lana Sky, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. But, to be continued. My god, it took us full 2 hours to finish this section. Oh lordy lord. Do we have it in us to do the first hearing? Or do we call it here? It's up to y'all. I need a drink. That was a lot of reading. What do you guys think? Good, what's still going? Well, let's take a look, I guess. Hopefully this won't take too long. Not more than an hour, as it usually does. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. Defendant Lobby number 2.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what's the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Thank you, I will probably need it. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
So we're not alone after all, huh? February 23, 3rd, 10 a.m. Courtroom number 9. Yep. Reading comprehension, don't leave me just yet. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. Well, again, at least now we know that we can save whenever we damn please, so maybe that's going to save us some headaches. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand.
The cough-up queen. Oh boy. Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar? I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts! I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name. Profession. Now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective?
Ah, ha! I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up, Queen Angel Star. Your Honor, long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks.
We'll have to do some very precise map pointing at some point, right?
A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was that valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Okay, we got the map. The plans, whatever. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush that little hope? What little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Whose side are you on, Judge? Or are you supposed to be unbiased? Yes, edgy boy is more of a sushi man.
Potentially. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, here we go. Everyone ready to hold it?
Somehow I always knew I had a day like this would come.
Hold it! How did you know? Jinx?
I respect the prosecutor's basic appearance of crime. Yet, their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
I think Edgeworth might take offense to that.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Star.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level if you can see everything. So you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchbox by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
And how did she teleport herself to block A? Right in time?
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely owned detective intuition at work.
You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? Was it deadly?
It felt like, how would you say, oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What? I have no idea what that means, neither do I. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese.
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are home.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and sharp, and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. The moment of the crime as photographed by Angel Star. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Hold it!
Holding it? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, it says the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Hold it! Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it had already been too late.
Too late.
Yes, the next moment. The chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I can't tell, is she wearing gloves or not? Because it did say that there were no fingerprints on the knife. I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Mr. Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that!
Okay, let's look at new stuff, shall we? The parking lot. Check. Well, she was allegedly here. The murder was allegedly here. Security room here. Maybe nothing just yet from this. Let's take a look at his photograph.
Objection!
I didn't need to object. I wanted to look. Oops. Butterfingers. Well, that's 2 points for us. Not. Hold on. Check. Enter. Not E. Yeah, I guess she is wearing gloves, huh? Okay, let's listen again. This will come. To the lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sent something, perhaps my loan. I saw the prosecutor standing next to a garbage car. The prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. She thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest. Can we read the autopsy? I wonder. The report? Where is it? There it is. Check. Check. Okay, name of deceased. Bruce Goodman, 36 male. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. That's it? Okay, did she say something that doesn't gel with this? I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, there was something, perhaps my blah blah blah. Wire fence. I saw the prosecution standing next to a garage car. Holding a knife in her right hand. Yeah. that's her right hand. And her right hand. Visualization as well. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Look at this again. Well, the photo checks out. The blood is on her right side of the coat, at the very least. What the heck else can we press her on? Something about taking a picture? Should we press that again? Whichever one of these it was. Let's go through this again. Tell me more about this knife. About 4 inches, that checks out. Yeah. Some location numbers. It's easier than boiling an egg. Can I have another lunchbox, just by the by? Holding a knife. The wire fence I saw the your prosecutor standing next to a crash car. Let's press this again, I guess. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth's. Stabbed also by Mr. Edgeworth, yes, correct. It was. Sure, it was defended for 30 feet away. Can you convert it into understandable measurements for me, please? That would help. My brain being tired and all. Again, a little bit suspicious. Send something. Deadly premonition. Pumpkins and God knows what else. The cheese talk. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda drawing a blank a bit. Let's press this one. His boyfriend, he's a detective. The other boyfriend, yet in line. Security guard room is in the lot, in A block. Up on the second level so you can see everything from there. Maybe the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by the car? Right now, Barton Block B. She was in Block B when she witnessed the crime. How did she take a picture, like such a clear picture, without like the mesh in the way, if she was in Block B? Here's what I want to know. Is this anything? Should I present a picture there? That is so clear and beautiful and unmarred by the fence? Maybe this? She doesn't talk about the time in any way, it doesn't seem like. So this is the car. One of these one would assume is hers. Right? Knife, no traces. Again, nobody seemed to be talking about the time of the events whatsoever. Like it's something to be glazed over because this is the only thing that I see some contradictions with. Okay, now I can actually see the fence that is zoomed out. I feel like we're not going to get anywhere today. Do I present the map here, maybe? Let's try it. This is nothing, is it? Your Honor, the statement contradicts the evidence, does it? No, it doesn't. All figures. Whoops! I'm going to deliver lunchboxes to my boyfriend. Prosecutor standing next to the garage car. Not gonna say much that other than it's Edgeworth's, obviously. So Edgeworth's. It was an odd case. 30 feet. Was it 30 feet? I don't bloody know. When exactly did she take that picture? I actually no, of course we can't rotate the picture. I thought maybe there's gonna be like some kind of discrepancy on the other side of it, like the date or the time or whatever the heck. But there ain't. Is there something on here we're missing? It's block A. Everything checks out. The garage car. Nobody though. The stabbing has already took place. Taken. Whatever. Anybody has any ideas? Because I don't think I'm seeing it. Let's check the knife again. There's blood. Uncheckmarked, by the way, for some reason. Victim's blood. Edgeworth got himself peeling an apple. Yes, let's discuss that again. That helps nobody. Parking the prosecutor's office. Entered pull out at 5:12. Look at this again. Time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 3:30, because of death loss of blood from a chest wound. Wound has caused by a 4.5 inches knife. A single stab wound was found. She didn't like say how many times he was stabbed, just that he was stabbed. Oh, let's collect for this again, I guess. Did you know it? So twisted and nasty, and everyone's a tiny little disgusting worm. Lay it off. Doesn't help anyone. Is a detective. Again, 1 billion boyfriends. Security guard room. This has to be important, since it's highlighted. But I did present the map here, didn't I? And it didn't do anything. Hold on a second. Would he actually be able to see it, because the wall is in the way? Although she was on the other side of the mesh fence, so that doesn't really
Do I present this here? Oh, fucking hell. I'm so confused. Blocked by the car. B block. Is that something?
Hold it!
Confirmation of the murder. Say yes, yes, yes. Also detective. Young cheese, once again.
Hold it!
Let's go talk about Edgeworth's car again. Again, I can only assume that this whole talk about the security office is going to be a lead here.
Hold it!
I'll just sift through this again. 4 inches long, not too far off, yes. It's Edgeworth's knife. Yes, chicken salad. Delightful. Can we talk a bit more about this whole situation? Not why you didn't try to stop him, just more details about the stabbing itself? Next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. I actually don't see.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Potentially.
Don't smile like that.
I'm going to save. We'll try to just like point and click tactics of trying to pinning something onto the you know, that one spot where the locations are mentioned. Maybe we'll manage to get something out of it, maybe not, but I do really want to make some progress here. Which one of these was it? Was it the boyfriend lunch? I think it was the boyfriend lunch, wasn't it? We just started talking about it. Detective, yes. Yes, the laundry list of detectives. Security guard room is in the lot. Second level, so you can see everything from there. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchbox by car? Parked in block B. Did you witness the crime? We gotta do something with that. Do we not? I honestly don't remember if we used the map already or not. Did we?
Objection!
That it does not contradict the evidence, does it? Overruled. Goes back to this thing.
Hold it!
Yep. I'm not sure I have to, like, present it here or something while we're talking about this.
Then if it's not that, then it has to be a picture used somewhere, surely, right? Also, something about the knife. Did she actually have time to pull the knife out? Moment of the crime. Well, it's not exactly the moment of the crime, is it? She's not stabbing. Look at this photograph. Objection! Did I get it? And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Please, somebody, I need this. After all of that. Grant me a pleasure. No? Nobody? Okay. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? That's not the one. Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Oh! Wow. Great deduction, Sherlock. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit here and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Objection? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in the testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved.
If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in this photograph. Well, are those gloves? Not covered in blood, by the way. Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. What? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like, driving gloves? Objection!
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
God. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star.
This is bad. She got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless.
To me,
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
yeah, let's just keep our heads down.
For some reason, having her picking... That's why I like that. Do you want to add some more shit to my record? I don't know, the gloves themselves? You keep saying that they were there, but... What? We're still on this. We didn't progress an inch. Do they now? Do we pin something else on this? I'm tired, man. This is not helping. Again, the gloves seem spotless. Surely there would have been something on them, right? Do we save again? Try the method of poking. Options. Photoshop. Could be Photoshop too. Use all of my safe spots. Look again at this photograph. Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence. Nope, there goes more of my health. Let's load in. Load. I kinda need those 2 points, though. So we can't keep pushing that. Could it be knife? That being said...
Objection!
It could very well be knife. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. Yes, we've already talked about it. What is this case? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, our prosecutor's back, people! The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order, order, order! Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor, finally. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is good as free. Yeah, no. Do you know how many hearings this whole thing takes? Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned.
Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need proof. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now.
Oh, she does hold a grudge, so let's hear it.
But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now. Can we please make some progress today? Here we go.
Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. One stab.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, does it not?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Okay, miss. I'm sorta kinda sure where we're going to poke a hole for your thing, but let's hear all of it. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman.
Hold it!
You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie.
You, Judge, shut the hell up.
Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven, half-baked.
Something's half-baked from here, alright. And it's you!
Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim from the prosecutor to the prosecutor's office.
You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there.
I have no proof that she didn't.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone. She might have written him a letter.
Yeah, in the big year of 2001. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim.
Care to elaborate? What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See, I agree there is a lunchbox there, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors. Whatever happened to a box of chocolates? The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
A human machine. That's a contradiction!
Objection!
Please. Can you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self, Mr. Edwards' size smell like citrus fruit.
You say again and again, how many times did she stab him exactly?
I often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but I don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done?
How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people!
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
This star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looks when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
The short wit burns the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Okay, nerd. Again, I feel like we know where to press her here. I just once again want to save because we don't have a whole lot of health left. Partially because I fucked up in the very beginning. Let's have a look at this once again. Why not? A single stab wound was found. In it!
Objection!
You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Oh, damn. Oh, what do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me, though, who presented it?
What a hunk! He's my hero, really?
What about my objection? No one noticed? No witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Now, I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw, that you thought was blood. Testify!
Her red muffler looked like blood to me, and that's how ghastly the whole scene was.
What?
Hold it!
Her red muffler.
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck.
I thought it was a cape.
So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But the picture is black and white, so you can prove that it was red. But wait. Is it that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. They do. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Sure does.
Actually,
She's not wearing a scarf. Aha!
do you think I saw some traces of blood on her chest?
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance!
Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be a
was short-tempered and she looked when we met her. Yes, yes, yes. The candle, the musings. Okay. Next step is to check if she actually was wearing the damn scarf, because in her recollection earlier she wasn't. Did she now? Nope, no scarf. Got you, bitch. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to say my paranoid now. I'm sorry. I have a perfectly good reason to be so. Judging by her health situation. The scarf, you say, huh? Red muffler, you say, huh? Well, okay. Mrs. Lie Pants.
Objection!
Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf. Edward, can you please stop? You're like that one kid in class that tells your joke but louder. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proven it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, you've played yourself. Perhaps you've finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection, chopped liver?
But I was there. A scarf. No, not that. But something red. Really? Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. Oh, what?
Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of the testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. The last one, everyone. Almost there. Let's go.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
How did you quickly run to her if there's a fucking divider in the middle of the thing?
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Why would she mention it exactly?
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
Both of them are snakes?
That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of a snake. See, we're on the same page, on this at least.
Don't bother me with details, unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks. Can I have a lunchbox, though?
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
What's that type? Which one's weak to poison? I forgot.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Wasn't there water in it?
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr!
So, a leopard versus a cobra. Who wins? Guys, debate in chat. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Here we go.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition on the side.
Hold it!
So, where is this partition on the floor plans? This one, right? Pay attention.
I'm sure she means this wall, next to the car.
That's right.
There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
Hold it!
You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. You should press her for more details. Yeah, please? I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Again, partition. Did you fucking jump the fence? The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in Block B. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing! The cough-up queen! Lunch lady athlete, indeed! It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Exactly. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So, how did Miss Sky not get away? Surely she saw you coming. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned her muffler. So we're just gonna glaze over this whole thing, huh? Okay.
Hold it!
Probably leopard. Okay. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone. She can't mean she wasn't talking on her phone because she called Emma and immediately hung up. Was that not what we were told? Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? Memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr, neither do I. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right, near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall that doesn't fucking work. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing. Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. So. Emma, you wanna testify too? I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead.
Hold it!
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this once, rookie, so listen close. What if I ask you to tell this again? The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. How did you see behind the wall? So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket, which was, by the way, found right next to the car. You remember that?
During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence? Did she slap the phone so it slid across the floor or something?
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Hold it!
She made to escape. Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pâté of foie gras. She kicked over an oil drum at me.
Oil drum was behind the partition, not next to the service phone. Though one of them was kicked over, that is correct. An oil drum. There was an oil drum lying on the side of the scene of the crime.
It's strange.
Was that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other? Ah! The parking lot entrance!
That's right! It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums.
Exactly!
Excellent! More mysteries!
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So, Miss Sky tried to run.
I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it! You have to believe me!
About that phone call, though. Do we have any concrete evidence that she, like, called and dropped the call without saying anything? Again, better safe. Better safe than sorry. Right? Right, Mr. Wright? Okay. Let me have a partition of herself. Quickly caught her, explained the rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Huh? Is that all? How she tried to fall on the wall, but...
How did you see?
Like, you, when you were telling it, showing over the plan, you were still separated, A, by the chain link fence, B, by the partition, so you wouldn't be able to see jack shit from there. Don't you think, madam?
Objection!
Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective.
Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Haven't we been through this already? Well, who would have thought you would be my kingpin in Shining... Knight, rather.
Could be a kingpin too. In shining armor, prosecutor.
You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. This with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Ahem. Look at this floor plans. Look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, that's true. You couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If, indeed, you were in Block B, you couldn't have seen it.
What?
Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Ooh.
Objection!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. What she saw? She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Sky using that emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox?
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that?
Huh?
Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant?
Oh, dang, she's right.
I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone.
How? I see no room for doubt here. Ah, the watermelon, of course.
You ordered the patooey on rice, right?
Mr. Wright! What the fuck? And I thought you had something there. What? One more try! I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? What did I say wrong? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. Save! Again! Well, this is our chance to get some of the lunch boxes. If only I had more health. This is where she's going to present the rest of them. Well, not much else to lose. I did save, so let's see all of them. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But, say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection!
A different location. No, that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Objection!
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was... I knew this was going to happen. Was it the security room? Because she could have ran from here to here more, like, logically than jumping the fucking fence. And she was delivering the thing to her boyfriend? And that's a good vantage view, as everyone keep harping on about? Here?
Take that!
This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot, is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Star?
How many years has I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could have turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
Guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, Doesn't this strike you as odd? Did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. Wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. This photograph tells all, again. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. How did she take this picture then? That truth still stands.
Objection!
It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Oh, for fuck's sake. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? Angle view of the crime, which, yeah, how the fuck did she take a picture if she was all the way up there? Distance to the crime. Difference in lighting. I kinda also want to load back into this when we're done with the case, inevitably, hopefully, and see if we can get another lunchbox for picking another option. Well, yeah, she was harping on about 30 yards or whatever, and this doesn't gel with that. And also the angle from where she took the picture, so it technically could be either of these. So, let's try both we saved. If we crash and burn, we can reload. Why? The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. Phoenix! Stop talking out of your heads. This is important, why? Show them the fucking picture! Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright. I don't think you'll let me. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court with a month from today's date. This is all. The court is adjourned. Bye, bitch. Objection. I have a save file. Ready to stab you right in the heart. Like a human machine. Okay, find the distance then. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Also, the fucking picture, why isn't anybody talking about the picture? Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to get from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness?
You...
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh
boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
That's more than 30, unless she jumped for the bloody window.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Uh-huh. That's clearly more than 30 feet. May I add? Would have taken you an entire fucking day to go around there. And then jump the fence.
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour. Sure is.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime, and then you took a picture as the crime commenced.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. The spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. I'm getting hungry myself. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something!
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Well, I think it's the frigging picture that we keep showing but then ignoring the whole thing completely. Ugh. I'm not observing.
Objection!
Never again. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente.
I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank.
Isn't that strange?
Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Finally. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, a blank in her testimony. Mr. Ridgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned.
Yeah!
And with that, court is adjourned. I want to go.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Huh. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Oh, a triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
Well, I guess we didn't see all of her lunchboxes yet, huh? That's some motivation to keep going. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Please stop.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Yeah, why the hell was she bleeding?
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try a lunch stand for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Objection!
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously,
This shoe has already been tested for by a member of the forensics department.
as you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today.
I'm about to punch the screen.
Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
No. Ugh.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfied the first rule of evidence law. What's the second? However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Witness animal shoe. Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. We are going well over time with this one.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Hold it!
Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results.
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the file lot known to us prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This one, the suspect is admitting she did it. False testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Didn't I bring this up?
Hold it!
Not until now you didn't. And you found the shoe at the scene of crime? Where?
Detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon, if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime.
We never did that. Ever. Teehee.
Now, tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's.
So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by forensics expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed, after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found in it. And the other blood type matched that one of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. An appropriate reaction. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I could have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
The suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that.
The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the pepper fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole lot of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? I kind of want to look at it first, though. Please? Don't make me answer just yet. Also, hello? The shoe is white! And on the photograph, her shoe is black. But I'm still going to check it, just to be safe. Check it.
This blood. It's my sister's, right?
It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. That is true, I forgot about that completely. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Was she holding the knife by the blade or something?
Poor sis.
And there's blood on here too.
There's blood here too.
On the sole of the shoe. It's got to be the victim's. She must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood. It's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. I still think that photo kind of betrays this whole thing, though. And I kind of want to save again. We're on our last leg. Why did there have to be so many testimonies? We're supposed to be done by now. There is a glaring problem. If I'm not imagining things, I say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleaming in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a pepper fish gut now.
But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. The color. Well, they say it's this. I was told.
Take that!
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Threats in court! Arrest her! Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife.
Then why is it on the bottom?
What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe?
Blood on the top of this knife. I still think that the color of the shoes on the photograph and of the actual shoe doesn't really match, does it? Is it the knife? I don't think I can save here. It just kind of leads me straight into the evidence screen, so... Ah, we saved anyway, so...
Take that!
Nope, not impressed.
I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too.
You just shot yourself in the foot.
Ouch. Would you like a grinder or a grind from the heel of my boot, Mr. Wright?
That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Well, oops. Surrender immediately. Guys, third time's the charm, right? Again, it's the photograph, isn't it? It has to be. Like, it can not be. There's a problem. Yep. Give me the guts. I can handle the guts. All the guts. Give them. Blood.
Take that!
Here we go. Again. With our last dying breath. It is this photograph that I present. Please.
Take that!
The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange why there weren't any bloody footprints found on the scene of the crime? Yeah, sure, that too, I guess. Besides the glaring issue I've been harping on about for the past 15 minutes. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
Objection!
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection!
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene, found nothing of sort. Order! Well, witness!
What? Keep going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But when we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint?
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
Edward, gonna do our homework for us?
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for.
We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped on a puddle of blood, I hope?
There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr! I thought it was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, huh? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness! Well, was the old drum empty?
The old drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, right? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone: to get rid of the evidence. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her.
Oh, That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to the murder. And it didn't touch her shoe at all with water. And, you know, the sole as well. Didn't wash it clean. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the old drum to erase the telltale signs.
That's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So, that's when my sisters got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough! There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is... Angel Star is on the prosecutor's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecutor's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid the evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
The time for deliberations is part. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the Kappa Queen. Look at this photograph.
A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence. I thought the shoe belonged to Lana, but it's not.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo!
Hey, it's clearly wet! Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up to the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Well, I guess we're a spirit medium of our very own, judging by what just happened. Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Nah, bruh. Your Honor, wait! What is it with you? What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. Guys, last chance to use the right one. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence. There we go, finally. Not until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there is a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph. I can't save. I can't bloody save. Well, she did talk about the muffler, didn't she? When was the last time we saved? It's the muffler, isn't it? Nope, I can't go to the options menu. Make or break, everyone! It's the muffler, isn't it?
Take that!
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. Or I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. Your Highness, you gotta really check your eyes. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So, what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does this have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Nope. Sorry, Miss Star. But it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Can I save now? No? Wonderful. I had a moment and it slipped the bloody heck away. Muffler. Enjoy. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Oh, yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually the exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. Ah! Did we get her? Did we finally get her? Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. Can I have one last lunchbox, please? It seems we haven't collected enough. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. He's still hungry. Wow, Judge. Impressive, really. To be continued. Yay! After 2 guilty verdicts, we're finally done. Hell yeah, everyone. Good job. Oh, Lord. And not too soon. Boy, am I tired. And hungry. All of these lunchboxes flashing before my eyes and me not being able to reach. Yeah, I guess we'll be calling it here. Because my god, did we go over time. It, again, wouldn't let me go. It just keeps pulling me back in. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Lobby. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. There we go.
Mr. Wright, I'm going to have a lunch break now.
Please. Title. There we go. Ooh boy. Not only was it a very, very long investigation, it was a very, very long court hearing as well. These are getting longer and longer, aren't they? Well, actually a blessing in disguise that we had to move it to tonight, considering it's Friday and not Thursday. It would have kept you quite a bit at an inconvenience otherwise, and if I did that today as well, I apologize. Other than that, hope you still had a good time. That's quite a case, huh? First Edgeworth, trying to convince us that he's guilty. Now, Miss Lana. That's gotta be alright, huh? Well done. Once again, thank you guys very much for hanging out. With this quite wacky adventure, yes, correct, Yash? Tomorrow, hopefully, Uncharted 4. We skipped last week, but hopefully we can pick it right back up tomorrow. Once again, in beautiful Scotland, we will be looking for more treasures. Oh, hope you're excited for that as well. Other than that, take care of yourselves. Hope you have a lovely, absolutely phenomenal start of the weekend. Rest up, recoup after everything that's happened this week and on the stream. And I hope to see you then. So, bye for now.